Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a pleasure to have you guys back here again. If you're a new subscriber or if you're a returnee, you're welcome. It's always a pleasure to have you. Oh well, this beautiful look today is what I'm going to be showing you how I achieve it. I hope you can stick around. Let's get into it together. Well, as usual, I always start by cleansing the face with micellar water or any cleansing ointment that you have would just work for this purpose. And next, I am going into the skin with my moisturizer. Use any moisturizer of your choice, but remember, for professional use, it has to be made for all skin type. So I am just making sure I blend in. I am also drying with the fan to be sure that all the products I am using is sinking into the skin properly. So next I am going in with my sunscreen. I'm sorry, that didn't actually come out right, but you can get any sunscreen of your choice, and please be generous with your sunscreen. When you are applying your sunscreen, it is always important to be generous with it because the sunscreen actually plays a very important role for your makeup. So as always, I always go in with a fan to make sure that it dries properly into the skin. And next up, I am going in with this my primer, very effective primer. And as usual, if you're if you are conversant with my channel, you will know that I always apply my hydrating spray with my primer. It just helped me to blend into the skin easily. The primer is matte, so I wouldn't want to be stressing myself while I'm trying to blend the primer into my skin. So I just spray my hydrating setting spray, so that it can help me in this process of blending. And of course, I let this primer set in deeply into the skin before I go ahead and come on to the skin with my next application. So for this look today, I'm going to be creating using these three foundations together. I like to mix foundation because I love the feeling it gives me when instead of using just foundation. So today I use Ezekiel Cosmetics, I use V Beauty, and of course I use Vazaron. So I'm just gonna be spraying my hydrating spray into my beauty blender so that it can help me to blend in properly. So I'm just blending into the skin, and remember, the less product the better. Do not pack too much of foundation into the skin and start to blend. Like, you have to take it gradually. Like, I feel like I am an advocate of light foundation kind of makeup. I do not like too much of foundations. Okay, that's because your model or your client to feel less heavy on her face when the foundation is actually less. Remember that in this process of foundation application, it's always important for you to match the skin with your face, which means the skin foundation tone has to match with your skin color. Alright, so you just gently dab and blend this into the skin. As you can see, my first application on this side was kind of light. I feel like it didn't actually properly cover her skin or her pigmentation, so I have to go over it again with the second application of foundation. So this is actually the process of applying foundation. Alright, so I hope you are getting this very well. Like, applying your hydrating spray into your beauty blender, it will help you to blend in properly, but at the same time you can also apply it directly on the face. You can spray it directly on the face. This will help the foundation to melt in properly. So next up, I am going to be contouring with my blush contour. I love blush contour because it doesn't just give that dark. It's not like the regular dark contour. This will just give you a blushy cheek or a rosy cheek instead of a regular dark contour, but you can always still define the cheek with a regular dark contour. But going in first with this blush contour would work like magic. All right, so today I'm going to be highlighting with my Nuban Beauty concealer. I love this concealer. Like, I really love the smooth finish it gives, to your highlighting. It doesn't make the highlights to crease. It doesn't, like, it's not too heavy. It's very lightweight. All right, and I love lightweight kinds of products. I do not like cakey look. Oh my goodness, this concealer is just the best for me. So I'm going to be blending in all together. This is actually the fastest makeup look I am doing right now. All right, but you can take your time and just follow the steps and be sure to practice, because makeup is all about practicing. So for contouring the nose, I am using the regular dark contour, and which is a shade darker than her skin tone, a shade or like 2 shades darker than her skin tones. Depends on your blending techniques, depends on your ability to blend. If you cannot blend very well, you can just use a shade darker than her skin tone for her nose contour or for her contour. All right, so I'm just gently snatching that nose. You don't want to know. Okay, so back onto my cheek. Like I said, you can always still try to define the cheek. Of course, the dark contour will help you to define the cheek properly. Like, it will bring out that cheekbone. It will make you to snatch that cheek. So that's what I am doing right now. I am just making sure that I snatch the cheek by just going in with my dark contour, which is a shade darker than her skin tone. I'm just making sure that I blend that cheek, or I sculpt that cheek properly to bring it out. As you can see, the cheek contour is actually not affecting my blush contour. All right, it's just like a line, and you have to learn the act of blending, guys. This is actually very important when it comes to makeup. Okay, this is something you can practice on your own. You can take it step by steps. Okay, when you are on the road to perfection, it's always important for you to practice. All right, so don't just watch this video and let it pass. You have to make sure that you share, save, and be sure to practice. All right, so for my setting powder today, I'm going to be using this setting powder palette from Ivy Bear. It's actually Flawless Ivy, guys. Okay, this Flawless Ivy palette is also very good. I love it because it contains different colors, like different shades of foundation. And I always like a palette that contains a very, not foundation, I'm sorry, powder. I always like a powder palette that contains dark and a very light, light color. Light color means that you are able to always maneuver with colors or to play around with colors. So right now I'm using the lighter shade on that palette to, just set in on top of my highlight. I always set in on top of my highlight focus with my setting powder, so that I'm able to set those creamy highlight that I did earlier. All right, so that's what I'm doing right now. So, and next up, I'm also taking another color. I think, like, there's a color there that looks orangey, because I always like this orange tone, or like, yeah, orange tone kind of powder to blend on top of my on top of my contour or my blush contour. So walking in step by step and making sure that this is actually looking very nice. So for her normal shade of powder, as you can see, I have set the highlight area and I've also set the contour area. The only part that is left is this under her cheek. I always like to use her skin tone, like her skin color, to gently blend and sculpt that area properly. That's like doing it in a motion that defines the cheek better for me. So generally, I am just using her skin tone foundation to blend out, any visible harsh lines that I can see on her face. So I'm just working my way with my powder brush around her face to make sure that this face is properly blended, guys. Okay, so I am the one with the face. I don't know if you can see, but really this face is coming out yummy already. It's coming out really nice. Everything is sculpted. The hairlines, the cheek is sculpted, and the highlights and everything is sculpted. So next up, I am baking my highlight area. All right, so for some reason, which I am going to be reviewing later, probably if you want it, you can let me know. I always like to use my brush, like my pointed brush, to bake instead of using the beauty blender, but sometimes I still use beauty blender, depends on the case actually. So I've baked my face, and I am so sorry, guys. I don't know how I missed the area where I have done this part of the eyes already. So here we are. I have done the part of the eye already. I have already gone ahead to apply my eyeshadow primer, and I have done my crease. I've also applied another color to the outer corner of the eye. So right now I'm just applying the I think pink peach color, pink, like I mixed with the pink and the peach together. I'm just applying it at the inner corner of our eyes, and I'm also trying to apply the white color as well, just to give it a lighter look a little bit. Okay, so I am hoping to achieve like a nudish kind of look, but not like nude, because this one actually has, I beg your pardon, a color, like you can see a visible color, not like the regular nude that we do. All right, so now I am done. I've also gone ahead to line the eye. Oh my god, I don't know how am I mixing all of this. Okay, but you can check my other videos and see the eyelining application, so you'll be able to catch up on some of these things that I've missed on this video. And I am so sorry, I don't know how I missed it, but yeah, here we are. So right now I am sculpting the eyebrow with this my pointed pencil from Pink Cosmetic, or Pink Ultra Pink brand. Okay, that's our brand, by the way. Yay. All right, so this pencil is super good. It helps you to be to sculpt the brows without any smudging or any rough lines. So you can actually use this pencil to do like a very sculpting motion, and it helps you to give you some hair strokes effect. Depends on the kind of eyebrow that you're trying to achieve. All right, so now I am just making sure that I'm getting the perfect eyebrows, guys. Okay, can you see that? Can you see that? Yeah, it's coming out right for me. Like, I am loving these brows already. Do not forget, guys, if you're a beginner, you need to practice the act of eyebrow sculpting. Is very important. In fact, I feel like this is the most important when it comes to makeup. You can see how I'm just sculpting out these brows without any stress. All right, eyebrow does not have to be stressful. Okay, some people will actually sculpt the brows, and they will have so much to correct, and you see them packing or applying too much of concealer after you have done skin work. Like, really? No, of course not. You need to be able to practice to get to this point where you can just do your brows, or sculpt that brows without having too much of concealer to conceal the underneath or conceal the top. Okay, so right now I'm using my concealer. Of course, you know what concealer it is. So for this look today, I'm just using the Nuban Beauty concealer. So I'm using Nuban Beauty concealer in color 23. No, color 43. I'm sorry, in color 43. That's her skin color, like our skin shade. Yes, I think her skin shade. or maybe like a little bit. No, it has to be a skin shade. Yes, a skin shade concealer, because I like my concealer to just blend into the skin. I don't like that highlights. I don't like it to be too light, because if it's too light, it means you have a lot to do when it comes to blending. Okay, there are a lot of things you need to learn with blending. When you have too much product and you have the product that is too light, it means you have to blend a lot. So you can see right now I am blending out without any stress, guys. Okay, so practicing is the only thing that you need. Like, you need to get your products organized together and start to practice. You can even start by practicing on your face. Those days I practice with my hands, with my legs. Do you know you can sculpt eyebrows on your legs and on your hands when you have your products? Yes, of course you can. You can also learn to sculpt on the book with the biro and the paper. It just help you to be able to sculpt your brows and kind of know the shape of the brows. All right, so right now we are done with the brows. You can see how my brows turned out. It's looking pretty much very perfect. All right, so on that outer corner of the eye, I'm just applying a little bit of dark, or dark eyeshadow onto it, just to give me that darker edge or darker outer corner. And at the same time, I'm also trying to blend in the crease properly. I'm just putting in some colors to achieve some kind of perfection with the eyes. God, I'm loving this look right now. Did you see her before and now? And now so far so good. It's turning out pretty much very nice. Don't you think so? Okay, do not forget to like this video and subscribe. Oh, okay, that's what is very important. That is the only thing, because we are going and putting in too much work onto this just so that you guys can learn. I feel like it's in the era of learning how to do your foundation, how to do your makeup, so that your face can always be looking smart and smashing and beautiful all the time. So right now, pardon me, I am in the process of applying the lashes. I'm so sorry, my hand is covering this. I have no idea, but some of these things that we've done that you're not able to see, I hope you can let us know if you want us to do a separate videos on them, so that you can learn properly. There are way you fix your lashes, guys, because there are proper way to apply your lashes. Oh, well, if you're not good with using your hands to apply lashes, of course you can always use tweezer to apply lashes. It's not dependent on that. It's not about what you use in application of your lashes. It's just how you place them. You need to learn the proper placing of your lashes. So right now I am trying to make sure that I achieve that perfection when it comes to application of lashes. Okay, so remember, once you've done your eyeshadow, before you can even come in with your lashes onto your eyes, always make sure that you brush your natural lashes, so that you can dust off anything like eyeshadow or powder that must have dusted on the lashes in the process of the makeup altogether, because this will help you to achieve like some professional eyes, because you don't want the client to lift up her eyes and you're seeing some kind of mess like foundation and powder underneath or on her natural lashes. Okay, so before placing your first lashes, make sure that you brush out the natural lashes with probably your mascara wand, or maybe a dry mascara brush. All right, so when you're done placing your lashes on the natural lashes, you have to also brush in, just so that it can all be sticking together. We don't want anyone going separately. Yes, so because we're trying as much to achieve perfection with this look, we must make sure that everything is looking perfect. So right now I am just adjusting the lashes to be sure that all is good. So I'm going in again with my eyeliner. Okay, I don't know if you noticed, but in the beginning I initially did a glitter liner on the eye. It was actually looking very good, but what I noticed was that the glitter liner was not drying. It's probably not a good one. So it was not drying, and it was just looking like like a mess. Okay, I try to leave it so that it can give me a different look, but at the end of the day, I have to just go on top of it with my black liquid liner again, just to make sure that it's not messing up my work. Okay, so for the under eye, I am using my gel liner, the KR gel liner, to line the under eye. All right, so you have to be fast with this process, guys, because sometimes you can miss a crying client. All right, a crying client is the type that have super sensitive eyes. Their eyes can be so sensitive that when you apply anything on it, you just see that they start crying. So when you are aligning the eye, you have to be sure that you are very fast with the process. Okay, so right now I am using a brown eyeshadow to just blend out the gel liner underneath. I think I lined on how what to line, so I'm just using a brown eyeshadow to blend out or to smoke out the under eye. This will just give it a spicy look. All right, so when you're in this process, please do not let the particles of that eyeshadow also to get into her eye, so because that will make her to tear off. I mean, it will make her to, it will irritate her eyes and probably inconvenience her, and that will affect your makeup. It could even make her to start crying, and crying will ruin everything. Trust me when I say yes. So I'm just correcting the eyes generally and making sure that everything is all good. And I'm also trying to use concealer to remove any mistake that I've done during the lining, during the process of lining. Okay. Corrections. I am a perfectionist. I like to think that I'm a perfectionist. Right? I don't know. Yes, I think I am. Because I always like things to be perfect. Like, I feel like I see through every imperfections when it comes to makeup. Like, I see through. Some people do makeup and you can easily spot that there's an area that has mistake that needs to be corrected, and I don't know if they don't see, but I always see every corrections that needs to be done. So yeah, that makes me a perfectionist. Yeah, so right now I'm just brushing, I'm dusting off the powder. All right, remember the baking powder, I'm dusting off the baking powder on the face. I'm just blending in together. I'm also using my powder and the powder brush to blend in. All right, so after blending, now it's time for you to brush your under eye or to mascara your under eye. But sometimes I always like this process to come last, but it can come now because you still have the time for the mascara to dry. Except you have a very fast drying mascara, because this mascara I'm using is not a fast drying mascara, but is very pigmented. That's why I like it. So when I'm using it, I always make sure that I give it time to dry, or you can use it last. That way there's no smudges on your makeup. Okay, so I am pretty much done with this look. Next, I am applying my highlighter. Do you see how soft this highlighter is? I am just going in with my highlighter, but at the same time, this highlighter is very soft. I like light highlighter. There's a way I apply my highlighter. I hope you see the way I apply my highlighter. Maybe you can make a request. Please always make a request. Comment under this comment section of this video and make your request of the kind of videos you actually want us to do, because I mean, if we don't get your comment, it means we don't get to know what you actually want, because we try to bring the kind of content that you guys will like. Okay, so now I am sculpting the lip, guys. Of course, it's a nude lip with a spice. So first up, I'm using a brown lippy to line the under eye, to line the upper cubic area of the lip. I'm trying to make this lip fuller, so I have to line directly on top of her lip line. So next, I'm using this color to just properly blend in. So when it comes to lip application, it also requires the act of blending. You need to learn to blend your lip. It's gone are those days when you just carry lipstick and line and you just put it and then you tell her to smash the lip and that's the end. No. If you want to get a very perfect lip look, you have to make sure that you take it step by step, apply one color, apply the other one, to achieve that perfection. And as you're applying each color, you are blending them out, as you're applying them. All right, so that's what I'm just doing right now. I'm just making sure that the thing is, most time we are actually not sure what we want when it comes to lip. You have an idea of what you want to create with the lip, but sometimes when you're applying the lip stains or the lipsticks, it might not be coming out as right as you want it to be. You might apply the nude color and it could turn out to be too light or too dark. You just find yourself applying more colors. Okay, you're applying more colors. So as you're applying more colors, the only thing that can actually save you when you're doing this is your blending process, is your blending skills. I'm sorry. You have to learn to blend the lip. Is very important. Blending of the lip is important. So you're learning to blend all these colors together so that at the end of the day, yes, you can beat your chest and say, okay, yes, this lip is what I want. All right, so yes, I am just running my brushes through the lip to make sure that the lip is perfect. Okay, so as you can see, my lining, well, if you're not so good when it comes to sculpting or getting a straight line, especially with the lip, you can always sculpt the lip, but I don't sculpt because I'm a perfectionist, so I think I have gotten it right with the lining of the lip. Okay, now we are done. We are done. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. How is she looking right now? Can you just tell me how she's looking? Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you've learned a thing or two. I hope you can subscribe to our channel, like this video, share with your family and friends. Let them know that there is a channel that can actually bring you what you want. And please encourage your girl. It's Ultra Pink Beauty on social media, on Instagram. Please be sure to follow our Instagram page and like our video. So I'm spicing it up again by applying the lip gloss. Okay, lip gloss always adds and spice to the lip. All right, so if you want the lip to be looking that natural, to have that natural look or natural feel, apply a little bit of lip gloss. It's very important. Thank you.